Welcome to Beans and Breakdowns, a podcast dedicated to bridging the gap between specialty coffee and the heavy music community. On this episode, I'm joined by Ryan, Nick, and John from the band Bruiserweight. So grab a fresh cup of coffee and wake the fuck up! What's going on, Caffeinated crew? On this episode, I'm joined by some wonderful people, my brothers in Bruiserweight, my Bruiser brothers.
Yeah.
How are we feeling? Ryan.
Big chillin'.
Really big chillin'.
Really big chillin'. I got a nice coffee from Grayson. Just brewed it at 7 p.m. It's a late coffee.
You got coffee on your shit?
I got coffee on my shit right now.
Yo,
I'm
doing
my
great
coffee.
too. I didn't get a coffee though.
Do you want some?
It'd be nice.
I only brought three cups.
Okay.
Here, you can drink it out of it.
It's fine.
No, here.
It's fine, man. Drinking coffee
I didn't touch it with my mouth.
Smells good.
9 p.m.
How, Nick, how are you
night.
feeling, bro? You were here last. You know, last one in, first one out.
Yeah.
As usual.
Well, listen.
It's like you live an hour away or something.
You are a pretty good competition on that. I remember a couple waiting for Grayson for an hour at times.
We've been
you know?
known to wait
It's good
for
times.
Grayson, actually.
Yeah.
Is this a topic of conversation?
This is having salmon before jam, cooking a steak or something before.
Can we just tell that story real quick?
I think
This is a
we
good
were
one.
waiting a while, and then...
Yeah, I think we all agreed on coming to jam at 6 p.m. And then I think Grayson goes at about like 6:15 or something. He's like, yeah, I'm at the brewery and shit having a beer. I'll be over in a minute. And then an hour later, sends us a message. He's like, yeah, I just got done cooking salmon at home.
I remember this.
I'm gonna eat my salmon and then come to jam, which ended up being like 2 hours late.
I don't even remember.
And this man
That
has
was
the
a long time
audacity
ago.
to bring up my lateness.
Okay, that was like
To be fair, he's usually here first,
That's true.
Thank you.
That's true.
I'm
You
your
are.
second.
You are, yeah.
and then one of you two after. Yeah.
I've been getting here before Ryan usually.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I've been slacking lately. I'm poor. I gotta go to work. Jamming on Monday ain't easy.
I work on Monday too.
Oh, we're not getting into this. It ain't a pissing competition now, is it?
Oh, I was talking about how much we work collectively. You work more than me though, I'll be honest. Yeah, I made coffee for everybody because I'm a good friend.
Very
And
lovely coffee.
I'll tell you what we're drinking because it's a mystery right now.
It's pretty tasty.
It's I can't remember what the name of it is. You'll see it on the post, but it's Guatemalan coffee from Nucleus, Torrefactor, and Sherbrooke. It's a Guatemalan single origin coffee. It's washed. I'm not usually a big fan of those types of coffees. You know, those types of coffees, like washed Guatemalans, because they usually taste real nutty. But you like it?
It's good.
You're
It's
not,
no Dunkin' Donuts, but it's good.
John likes coffee all of a sudden.
How dare you? He's drinking it. You know what it is? It's his withdrawals from energy drinks.
From the,
Yeah, I cut that
the
shit
no
out.
He's like
caffeine.
trying to do anything with caffeine. He's just like, I love it.
You think he's freaking out right now and just maxing,
I love it.
acting normal, but
Yeah, I
inside
think
he's exploding?
masking
I'm
his-
like, I need to go.
he's having an anxiety attack. Yeah, it's good. Didn't you bring a beer too?
I did bring a fucking a stout avec café, Bellwoods Brewery. I have no idea what it is, but I picked it up at the SAQ.
Bellwoods is sick.
I don't know. I'm excited for it, but I'm enjoying the coffee you just made.
Bellwoods is from Toronto, which Toronto, we will be in you this weekend.
Kind of.
Are we
yeah.
actually going to Toronto?
We're gonna go through it.
Yeah.
I'll take any chance I can to stop at Jerk King or King
Oh,
Jerk,
yeah.
whatever
Jerk
that
King, I
one was.
think.
Yeah,
Are
that
you gonna
spot
be the
is so good.
Are you gonna be the Jerk King this week?
Oof.
My compliments
better
to the
watch
chef.
it.
My compliments to the chef.
Me, bro. Me, bro. This is the best food I've ever had. Yeah, Maker Pizza. Maddie's Patties.
Yeah, tight.
We could Maddie's Patties.
I feel like this is a very non-Toronto thing to like, but
What?
Like, I feel like people who live in Toronto don't care about these things, but
That's because they think they're super cool.
yeah, it's true.
And so they freak out when like a Montreal coffee shop does a pop-up on a weekend and they wait for 3 hours. And then they're like, the coffee scene in Toronto is so good. And I'm like, bitch, this is from Montreal. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah.
Alphabet Cafe. So Alphabet Cafe, the place that has like the matcha with the pink shit on top. And yeah, I'll call them out by name because I have no respect for this cafe.
Shit.
You know what I'm talking about?
No idea.
It's like big on TikTok and shit. They make this matcha with like strawberry foam on top. And like they have a lineup for like an hour outside of their shop. And then they do pop-ups now in Toronto. And people wait for like 3 hours in line to get their matcha shaken by this like handsome model-esque looking guy who...
Oh, I think I've heard you talk about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that cafe, for real.
Yo, fuck them.
But Cafe Olympico does pop-ups in Toronto now. So I put some respect on Cafe Olympico. You don't like it?
I'm on the fence about it. I think I'm just too scared to actually enjoy my time there.
Really?
It's too busy.
You kind of have to like zone it out. I feel like I'm talking a lot. What's your favorite coffee shop in Montreal?
I think it's probably where I kind of fell in love with third wave coffee. I had like a watermelon drip coffee or something, and they also shout out the spot. Blanking on the name, Méchant Payson. It's on like Laurier. They got lemon croissants that are like probably one of the great, and the cheese croissant is insane. But like I said,
good too.
I don't know if I had it, but I definitely had the drip every time. And I remember they had, we have this one that's more standard. It's like nutty and chocolatey. And they had another one that you could choose from that was like, this is like a watermelon splash. And this one's got strawberry and other stuff. And I just remember freaking out being like, why does my coffee taste like an IPA?
It's right over on the corner from Dwayne's house.
I had no idea.
Just so you know.
Gonna start hanging.
John, you like coffee?
You know, I like the Dunkin' Donuts. I dabble.
We hit up Kennard usually when we're
Yeah, that place
heading
is
out.
tight. Yeah,
Get
I
a-
usually like my coffee cold
In vanilla.
and
flavored.
vanilla-y
Yeah.
and a little pastry on the side.
a little
little snacky.
scrumptious.
I'm not picky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Kennard also has that. It's like the Ruffles white chocolate chip cookie.
Dude.
I think
Yeah.
that's one of the greatest like cookies I've ever had.
That's tight.
Since I'm a pretentious Montrealer now, I usually go for the traditional, like a nice croissant or like a chocolatin
Oh, yeah.
or,
Chocolate.
you know, something tradish.
Sucker for a viennoiserie.
I do like a viennoiserie. I like
Our beignet.
a beignet. A beignet. That's more of like I feel like that's more New Orleans though. Like that style. But there's something that I love that is hard to find sometimes. A nice croissant d'amande.
Yeah.
What is that?
Man, a good croissant amande is pretty
Almond
much the top.
croissant for the uneducated.
That's me.
And that's right. Je parle français maintenant.
Yeah,
Oui.
doing good.
I know, I'm trying. What's your favorite coffee shop?
Paquebot, that's where I started drinking good coffee.
On Saint Laurent?
No, the one in
Bélanger.
Rosemont. The first one I think that opened.
Bélanger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's really it's a good spot. And the first bag I bought from them was called Blueberry Muffin. Can't remember where it was from, but it was shocking. Kind of like Ryan said, like how much it tasted like blueberries. And it's like I've never had coffee since that tasted exactly like a fruit.
Cool. So let's talk about some stuff because we got lots of stories. We've been in a band for like 2 years. Nick a little bit less, but who's counting?
Year and a half.
Year and a half
He's catching up.
for the better part.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some stories from tours. What we could talk about first is John has a relatively new phone. In fact, I was about to text you today because we were gonna get you headphones.
Yeah,
I was gonna get them from Dollarama for you,
Oh.
but I didn't know if you had the Lightning or if you have the USB-C cable for the iPhone.
Like that one, I think.
No, I think you have like the USB-C one
Yeah?
because you have the new phone.
The newest.
Yeah, so I think it's
I was like, give me the newest you got. Give me the best
Right.
thing you have.
because why? Why did you need the brand new iPhone?
because I had a phone for so long.
What model iPhone did you have until a month ago?
Okay, first of all, I got it probably in December, but I was rocking an iPhone 7 for the better part of 7 years, 8 years.
Well, you bought it new,
Yeah,
and then you used it until December.
until it literally was falling apart in my hands.
So
and
just curious, when did the iPhone 7 come out? Just so that we can have a frame of reference.
it's about it's the principle of it, okay? You
It's
know,
the
like if I
principle.
keep something good, it should last me.
So it was released in September 16th, 2016.
That would make sense.
So you used the same phone for almost a decade.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And it was hanging off of wall outlets, on charging outlets all
Yeah,
across
so
the
the
world.
charge would last like maybe an hour.
I just remember every time we get a screenshot, his phone's on 1% on low battery.
Yeah. Never charging, always unplugged.
And then driving in the van and always hounding us. Yo, who's guiding me? Who's guiding me, man? I need a phone.
We can't
Get
use
a
his
phone.
We can't. We can't use his phone for music. We can't use his phone, and it's crazy because when we go to the U.S., he's got like the plan for
Well, yeah, you know, I gotta stay connected.
how your phone's dead. So
But-
I'm running like an eSIM, can't call anybody, and John is like logged out of Messenger for 3 months.
Well, okay, so I'm back. You know, new phone, everything's up to date.
New phone, who dis?
Who it is, and life's way better. You know, and
Now we just got to figure out if you're a USB-C or a Lightning. So
yeah, exactly. Once we know that, I'm gonna have headphones. It's gonna be amazing.
The future is now.
Yeah, I'm
cheers
just
now.
like I'm living.
Not even wireless. We're gonna get them wired.
So we can't lose them.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
Baby
haters,
steps.
haters, haters.
Baby.
I love how you
steps.
talk about USB-C and Lightning as if John knew what it was.
He's like, oh yeah, it's that one.
Who using technology burnt the floor of a van?
I was like, he won't notice it. The next day, it's
Oh,
like,
man.
what is this?
I was so
He
scared.
texted me like, what is this?
The whole van smelled like plastic smoke. It was like it like turned into a crack
there
den
was
for a
visible
second.
smoke on in the van.
Weren't you like charging a full ass?
I think it was charging it. Yeah,
Dude,
with my.
the van was off, and he was charging.
Listen, I
for
was.
hours.
The thing is, it started burning up when when it was not plugged into my computer. So I don't know what happened. I do it all the time in my car. It's plugged. It's plugged in an outlet and not plugged into a phone or anything. And never had that problem before.
In the Suzuki, you're charging a full ass laptop in the Suzuki.
I think the bigger
Done
problem
it.
is that it was a dollar store cable that I handed you, and I think the reason it wasn't connected to the wall anymore was because it had literally melted in the middle of it from I don't know charging a laptop, I think. But that thing melted in half, and then also melted a little bit of the van. That was
Yeah.
And we were about to hop on the highway too, and we were
Luckily,
like
the guy was the guy that owned the car was able to like get it out with pliers, and it wasn't like a huge deal. But he like messaged me. He was like, "You know anything about this?"
Was
a
that
wild
like
experience.
the fucked up van with like a sandwich in it?
No. That was the Quebec City van. That van sucked
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the windshield wipers that didn't work in the snowstorm,
Yeah.
and we were like trying to buy windshield wipers at the SAQ,
Yeah.
but instead we got whiskey.
Oops.
That's my bad.
Windshield wipers at the SAQ.
Nah, we were like.
I think there was like a little mini mart across the
Yeah.
street, and they had that mom and pop garage that was closed down.
Oh, okay.
There's like nothing on the way to Quebec City. I only realized on that run, but it's
dead.
a wasteland out there for a
There's
while.
the dinosaurs, and after that,
Oh yeah, the
nothing.
dinosaurs. We've
Till
always
Quebec
missed
City.
that.
There's a town called Yamashish. That name is so fucked up. I always notice it.
Mashish.
Yamashish.
What's it mean?
I don't know.
Some fucker's name.
Yeah, probably.
I think I saw that on like a risk board.
Oh, what about the time that we played that really busted fest in Rochester? You hear that? It's spreading the hardcore reality.
Gumbag did not
Straight
did not book it well.
How many people were there? Nah. I've talked about it with other people.
It had to be 30 at most.
No, dude, it was like 10.
No.
There was not 30 people there.
Yes, there was.
There was, yeah.
People hanging out.
Yeah, there's
I mean,
more
yeah, I
people
don't
hanging
know.
out outside than
No,
inside.
30 was the number of dollars that motherfucker gave us.
You can buy a chicken wing.
What, do you want me to cut it out? I'm trying to get to the part where we were looking for a hotel until 3
Yeah,
in
just
the
don't call the
morning.
guy out by name. Like,
Okay.
he's already got people trying to fucking like murder his ass.
Yeah, he dropped off the face of the earth.
Like, we don't need to like keep beating a dead horse.
So, despite having to play to basically nobody, shout out to the bands Heavy as the Head, Chained, and Grave Heist for like driving further than us to play it.
And I had a great time.
Like hanging out with the bands was fun.
Yeah, Bad Bet was there too.
And Jewel Tone.
Jewel Tone.
And Pure Bliss.
Yep.
Shout out Pure Bliss.
Pure Bliss all the time, baby.
But then we had to find a hotel, and there was nothing available because it was like a big convention or some shit in Rochester.
We called like a million places, drove around, couldn't find anything. Finally, we got lucky around what was like 1-2 a.m. And Alec tried to go into the room, and he looked back at us like he was like he just saw a ghost.
I think he opened. He
Maybe
closed the door faster than he opened it.
Maybe he thought he did see a ghost.
It was like,
and I was like, "Yo, what's up?" And then he was like, "There's people in there." And we were all like, "What? Really?"
There's kids.
he hustled
I
back.
think he threw the keys at somebody and said, "Go see for yourself." And nobody
He like hustled
challenged
back
him.
too. I never seen him hustle like that.
Yeah,
He was shocked.
Yeah, he was
That
scared.
was Alec's breaking point. That's why he quit.
That is why he quit.
Because he couldn't get to sleep, and he's like, "I just can't deal with this band anymore."
There's the Instagram reason, and then there's like the official reason, you know? And that is the official.
He needed sleepy time.
It was that mixed with the fact that the first thing we ate the next morning at 10 a.m. was Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we ended up finding another hotel. We drove like another hour.
No, it was the same
think-
one.
yeah, I
It
think
was
we
just
stayed
that
at
they
the same
fucked the
one.
room up.
Yeah.
They
No, but
thought,
didn't we drive to one and there was two hotels?
We did.
We
We
got
tried-
double booked.
but we tried one and it was
Yeah.
double booked and they sent us away. But then
Yeah.
the one that we actually slept in was the one Alec walked in on the
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
Luckily, they were just like chilling.
What was the time when you crazy motherfuckers got chicken wings for breakfast?
Chicken wings?
Oh, I
Yes.
think that was Hold Your Ground. It was somewhere in Ontario. We were in Ontario, I think.
Oh yeah, we went to
Wingstop.
Wingstop.
Yeah,
for
Wingstop
like
for
at 11
breakfast.
a.m.
That
Yeah,
fucked
yeah.
me up. I couldn't believe it. I had to go to Starbucks, get myself a little.
I think I had nachos that morning. I think I got nachos.
No, you're
got-
talking about the first Holy Ground that we played. Me and you went and got tacos.
No, that was good. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed
I
that.
was
But I remember the
mad.
time that you guys got wings. We went back to the Airbnb.
Yeah.
You guys all had your wing platters set up with like 2 different flavors. You're
And
like,
Krispy
oh man,
Kreme."
I got like.
And Krispy Kreme.
I was a little jealous about that, but it was like a crazy spread that you guys had. I don't think a single one of you was happy, and I was sitting there eating the driest nachos and having the greatest time of my life.
That's
And
because
I'm-
you went to like Quesada or some shit.
No, dude, it was like it felt like a mom and pop shop, but it was so.
Oh, the
it was
big
like
ass burrito place.
It was like $6 for a massive plate of nachos, and it even still had like meat on it and everything. I was really shocked.
I was not about to take Nancy to that spot, dog. Like that's like a blaspheme to her people.
Yeah.
I think I still managed to finish the scraps of those wings afterwards too, just to spite you guys, because I can only imagine
It was
how
just,
bad it was.
Well, I mean the Wingstop anywhere outside of the southern United States is fucking terrible.
Yeah, there is a difference.
Yeah, it's like
Surprisingly.
Popeyes or Church's. People think that Church's Texas chicken in Toronto is the same as Church's chicken.
It's not.
It's the same brand, but it's not the same.
Okay.
It's like the Duncan Tim debate, right?
Right.
Where there's a clear winner, but it's Tim's from Canada.
Right. So for the longest time, I thought Dunkin' donuts were the best out of the chain donuts, and y'all were like, "No, it's Tim's." And then we
It was actually Grayson that was like, it's
yeah,
Tim's.
Yeah. So we did a taste off. Is that a thing? A taste off.
A taste off, yeah. I
And-
think that's what they call it.
And I was wrong. I'm man enough to admit, Tim's definitely kills Dunkin' Donuts.
This was after a fiery, long-lasting debate for like months.
Months and months. Yeah, it was a heated debate. But when I'm wrong, I admit it.
Or did you have something to say, Nick?
I mean, I was going to bring up the fact that John came back to us 2 weeks ago forgetting about the whole argument. We had to remind him that he
And
declared.
I'm old, so I forget shit. Okay, whatever.
You're not old.
We're
You're
gonna
not
have to
that
start
old.
doing like from 50 First Dates with Adam Sandler, when he finally ends up with a girl and she has the videotape to play every morning to remind her of what her life is like.
I don't have Alzheimer's. God.
She doesn't have Alzheimer's either.
Good morning, John.
She just had short-term memory loss.
Tim's is better than Duncan's.
Yes, just to remind you, play this video. Tim's is better than Dunkin' Donuts.
Right.
We decided on this date. That was also the Rochester. No.
I think that was the beginning of our U.S.
Yeah,
run.
the small run we did. I
No.
think it was.
No, because
Yeah.
we crossed for that one. Then we crossed at the Buff near the Kingston one. Kingston.
Okay, whatever.
So in other news, I'm really enjoying my stout, my coffee stout. I also didn't realize it's 6.5%.
You're buzzing.
It's probably gonna do something.
What's it gonna
Though
do?
also with the coffee, I'm wondering, is this like the poor man's Four Loko? It's got
No.
the caffeine and
You've
the.
had real Four Loko, right?
Oh yeah, I've had some bad experiences
yeah,
with Four
brother.
Loko.
You don't remember today, Ryan? When we played Ottawa, that little fest thing was like 8-9 bands, and 100% Pure was there.
Oh, the at Mavericks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember right before the set, we're setting up, and you're telling me, "Oh man, I forgot my earplugs. I'm gonna have to rock it raw tonight." And then I just go, "Oh yeah, you're trying to become deaf." Yeah, I'm gonna try it out, man. And then fast forward to like 20 minutes after getting off stage, I see you beside the merch table, and you're looking straight ahead. No expression on your face, and I go up to you. I'm like, "Hey, Ryan, how you doing?" And it's like, I think you're a couple beers,
Probably
in
a
at
couple.
that
I
point.
was hanging out with Bad Bet.
and you're
Yeah.
just looking at me. You're like, pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
My head hurts.
Pretty bad.
It was a small venue.
That was a good time.
Roof was really low.
The roof
Symbol-
over the stage is super
Yeah,
low.
and cymbals were right next
It was
to me, man.
loud
That was
as
an
shit.
echo chamber of just blasting cymbals.
Photos look good.
That was a fun. That was a fun show.
Photos
yeah.
look good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Photos look good. Cool. What's the? All right, we can do this in like a round robin type beat. Nick, tell me, best meal, worst meal, in like so far in the band, like top and
yeah,
bottom.
this is good. Top to bottom,
No.
back to front,
Best and
front
worst.
to back.
Front to back, top and bottom.
The favorite meal I've had during my time in the band so far was I can't remember where it was in the States, but I remember you guys were we passed by Dinosaur Barbecue.
Oh, you fucker!
motherfucker!
This motherfucker.
He's gonna ring it as his
Me
best
and
meal,
Ryan
too.
were
This
literally
is such a
talking
bitch
about
move.
this like 2 hours ago. You fucker.
There's a big line at Dinosaur Barbecue. That's where we wanted to go initially.
Yeah, we all want to go initially. Yeah.
Too long of a wait time. So
Syracuse.
Syracuse, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you guys are looking at Google Maps and decide to go to, I think, an arcade burger spot.
Yeah,
It's like a barcade
sucks.
burger
which
joint.
looking back, what the fuck?
Probably gonna say worst
Arcade
meal.
burger?
That's my worst meal.
That
for
sounds
sure.
reckless. So whatever. We get there.
That's for hard.
Oh,
We get there, and I'm looking at the menu. I see you guys, start to order. I'm like, I don't think ordering here is going to be good for me, physically, mentally, all of it. So I just looked up the option of ordering online from Dinosaur Barbecue and just going to pick it up after you guys were done eating. And that's what I did. So in the
silently,
van,
without telling anyone. You
We
did
all
it. You
could
did
have
it,
just did this together and all been happy.
and I think you ordered off your phone or something without
That's what
telling
I don't
anybody.
understand is you've discovered this, and instead of being like, oh, you know what, you can order online for.
I gotta be
Dinosaur.
honest. This is I discovered the option to order online after you guys ordered, and it's my time to order. That's kind of right when I understood that you could do it.
We could have said, you could have been like,
just canceled all the orders.
yeah, we could have just said, you know what, actually, never mind.
I'm not trying to put you guys in that spot.
I don't
do
mind
it.
being in that
I
spot.
actually,
I would have given you
if I had a
extra
time
money.
machine, I'd go back in time to that day and tell us to get up and fucking leave.
So I remember
That
going
was-
back to the van and opening the door, and you just sitting there and like licking your fingers and looking so happy. And,
And it smelled like barbecue in the van.
Oh,
Because
for-
we went to
for
the
a long
record
time.
store. That's
Yeah.
what happened.
and I'm just fucking looking at records. I'm like, whatever. I don't give a fuck about this. And then I'm like looking at this guy with this fucking delicious sauce all over his fingers, licking them and shit. And this shit was wrong, man.
Listen, it was a good time. Sorry about that, but
But then we had to drive for hours after, and the whole van
It
smelled
just
like
smelled
fucking
like
barbecue.
smoky barbecue, dude. That was
smelled good. But good order in there for you guys. The worst meal, probably I think it was Jamaican meat patties that were recommended to us in Brampton. Was it?
Brampton. The
Oh,
all-dressed
God.
patty.
Dude, that
All-dressed
place-
patty.
What's the name of that place?
I can't remember.
Is it-
I,
yeah, everyone in Brampton. You know what? Maybe they were trolling us because
That
everyone
pizza
told us to go
joint.
there.
Yeah, that pizza joint.
Maybe it was like a
to
joke on us.
Brampton's defense, the only person that stood up and told me, nah, that place is ass, was Kev from Pure.
I trust Kev.
He warned me, and from now on, I'll listen to him. He took me to a very nice place once, I think with you, maybe?
No,
I think.
he told us to go there, and we went. No, it was me, you, and Nancy went to the Salvadorian place.
Yeah.
But I went to a place with him once, so I'll trust him. But everyone else in Brampton did swear up and down, it's the best pizza spot, best. You can
It
get a
was not
patty.
the best pizza
and you can get the
spot.
patty all dressed. Which, if you don't know what a patty all dressed is, it's literally just a Jamaican patty cut open with, I think, like mayo or ranch. What the fuck they put in there? I don't remember. Sour cream or something.
So this is
Wrong.
this is definitely the worst meal I've had in the province of Ontario,
Yeah,
for sure.
wrong.
Yeah.
Just bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was disgusting.
That shit made me angry.
Yeah, I was upset.
Like, I felt like the restaurant owed me money back plus extra
It was
Yeah.
like $6 too.
for light damages.
And people were going in there like,
No, it was like busy.
and there was like actual like lots of staff and
Though the pies
make a
were
living
flying out.
somehow
It was
off that?
pizza was flying out. I didn't see a single patty
But
move
I had
off
the
that
pizza.
shelf.
I ate the pizza, and the pizza was bad. It was bad.
it looked like it was
was
just
very
covered
bad.
in sweat or something.
It was a sweaty ass
It's
slice,
sweaty
bro.
pizza.
Oh my god!
Secret ingredient.
Like
I
not
should have
even
just waited
grease.
and ate at the venue
sweat.
because the venue was a sports bar, right? So at least they're gonna have like normal shit.
yeah.
Right.
I was that
Oh, that was a fun show. I now
that
remember.
ranks
Yeah.
really highly as a bad meal.
Yeah.
John, what's the best meal you've had?
Fuck. Well, there was that one time where I ate Chick-fil-A 3 times in one day, I think. That was pretty cool. But I wouldn't say that was like the best one. You know what? I don't know if it wasn't the best, but that time we went out with Bad Bet in
Buffalo Wild Wings
That was it, right?
in Rochester.
And what's his name? Kyle was just like literally dying in front of us eating those wings.
Mild wings.
Mild wings. And
Mild
like he
wings.
was like sweating, crying,
Yelling at the waiter.
complaining. Yeah, it was sad.
No, they were medium. He
It
got
was medium?
He got medium
Medium or
wings,
something like that,
and
yeah.
and he was like, they're too hot. He said it to the waitress, and the waitress was like, yeah, our medium's pretty hot. He's like, you should say that. You should say that.
Why didn't anyone warn me?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
And he just wanted a blue drink the whole time.
Yeah, he was suffering. I was
Yeah, it was
kind of
bad.
impressed.
Yeah.
So your best meal is Buffalo Wild Wings?
No,
I think it's,
no,
I
that
think
was
it's more
just
the
the
experience. I
experience.
think
It
the
was fucking
experience.
funny.
Sometimes the meal doesn't have to be good.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Yeah, I can't remember right now, but I'm
Skyline
sure.
chili was pretty dope.
But
Which
what's
Skyline
what's
chili
that?
in Cincinnati?
What's that worst meal though? I want to hear your experience on the worst meal.
Dude, no, I have it. Green Lantern. The pizza in Detroit.
Oh, that was good.
It was
We
so
were-
good. We had to eat it twice.
Me and Ryan were just talking
I was about
that.
to say that's my number one.
We
That would be
in
my
Detroit
number one.
we ate the same. We ate a pizza. It was like a deep dish. It's called, I guess.
Detroit style.
Yeah,
Deep dish.
we all had like a couple of slices, played our set, went back to the pizza place, got the same order, and I could have done it a third time. To be
it was
honest,
fucking
Yeah.
good.
it was fucking delicious.
I'm absolutely gonna give my like best meal to that one because I was literally saying to John, I was like, we've never stopped at a place twice Like normally we're like, oh, let's just try something else, you know, like we've already had this, we know what it's about. We've never gone back to the same spot and then ordered the same exact thing. Like that's a sign that was like immediately best meal. I think that's like probably a telling sign. I'd go back to playing that venue just for that meal.
That shit was so good.
Venue had vibes. It was good vibes.
Yeah, a little game store. That was neat. Yeah. And then I think worst meal, I don't know, man. I'm like struggling. I think that one time we went to that, I was like thoroughly disappointed with the arcade bar. Like firstly, mainly because I spent my last $20 there. But then I think my actual worst meal that wasn't based off of experience was the cafeteria food we got in Halifax. I think it was like you guys tried to get a lobster roll for the first time.
Yeah.
That spot had like $30 meals. Nothing seemed fresh. It was just all mayo and celery. I was like, I don't know what this is. I think I had a poutine that really didn't sit well, or it was like lobster fries that were not
the lobster
good
fries
at all.
I'm gonna tell you my. Oh, you want to go?
I just was gonna say, probably one of the best pizzas I ever had was in Halifax. Shout out Botfly.
Yo,
for the free pizza.
Sean, I think it's Say.
It's fucking insane.
It's at Two Crows Brewing. It's
Say,
a
yum,
pizza
yum,
kitchen
man.
in the back. It's so fucking good, and he hooked it up.
Yeah.
Is it yeah?
I think so.
Or hey?
Yeah.
It's 2 words.
It's not say.
It's 2 words repeated. Say some shit you would find in the States.
Yeah.
Say. Also, one of the worst pizzas I've ever had was in Halifax.
Oh yeah, that night.
That's not pizza.
Oh, the garlic fingers. Man,
Yo, Donaire's garlic fingers. It's all trash.
There's so much love I have for people from the East Coast and
Good people
from Halifax. Really good people.
Can't eat.
Love y'all so much. The food is trash, bro. That Donaire, it's like sticky, poopy garlic sauce.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt some feelings.
I do not care.
I already know. I've made my thoughts on that sauce very clear, and I've been told I'm wrong many times.
Okay,
but I just don't get it.
It's like tzatziki sauce with brown sugar.
Tzatziki sauce is the real
I don't like why
version
it's
of
sweet.
that sauce.
Don't like it.
It's like a cultureless tzatziki sauce.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're white. This is our version of tzatziki.
The locals were bummed when we started shitting on it.
Yeah. Like we wouldn't finish
Pale
it.
Lake,
And they were
Pale
like,
Lake was really
fuck?
not too into us after that.
Bro, I, you know what? Montreal, like, listen, Anthony Bourdain, Montreal was one of his favorite cities in the world. He had mad friends here, mad experiences. Never once did he go to Halifax and say it was a food city. I will just leave it at that.
No diners, drive-ins, and dines at.
No. Guy Fieri ain't going to Flavortown in Halifax. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't pulling up in his hot rod convertible with his fucking spiked up blonde goatee going, right here, we're going to be eating some good food. Like, that's not happening, right? That's not happening. Mark Summers ain't going to get Donaire on sweet treats. I think we've beat that dead horse. I apologize to anyone whose feelings are hurt, but I'm not apologizing for that opinion.
You just had to put that out there.
Yeah. Come to Montreal. We'll give you good food. How about that? We have something called poutine.
Which I'm not even really that crazy about.
Are you insane?
I think it's overrated.
It depends on where you get it.
That's the thing.
Ma poumouille
That's good,
So
but
good.
you have to have fucking Portuguese chicken on top of it to make it good.
and sausage.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, like, I got a question for you guys. How come, like, I trust you guys' food opinion any day of the week? Like, any of you tell me, hey, that spot's good, I'm going, I trust you guys. So how come it always takes 3 hours to decide on a spot, and we end up going to a fucking diner that's very mid? What's up with that?
Because we're always going to new
What are you
places.
talking about?
That's what always happens.
When does that happen?
I like competing.
Before a show, after a show, we're like, yo, where are we going? Oh, I don't know. We go get a burger. I don't know, man.
That doesn't happen.
I feel like whatever.
Usually, when we're going to a town, we research where we're gonna go eat.
I feel like it's happened pretty often where we just don't.
You're thinking
come to an
after
agreement.
show.
Yeah, maybe that.
After
Yeah.
show doesn't count because you're looking for what's open.
Slim pickings.
Yeah. And outside of America, it gets even slimmer.
You Canada or
In Canada, it's hard to find food at night.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Montreal, everything closes at fucking
It's
9
like
p.m.
A&W, sometimes McDonald's.
I literally ate a Buddy Royale on the way over here. I ain't feeling too royal. right now. right now. Best hardcore show you've ever seen. Actually, you know what? Let's do this.
Biggest surprise at a hardcore show?
Yeah. What's a band that you didn't expect to blow you out of the water? To blow your ass up?
Like, that we played with?
It can be played with or just seen.
Oh, it's a whole different game.
I don't think it is. And we haven't played that many shows. I mean, we've played shows. But and compared to how many concerts you've been to.
Yeah.
We'll circle back. How about you?
I think it was honestly seeing Ingrown 2 days in a row at the first Hold Your Ground. Seeing that style of like, kind of like power violency hardcore, and then also seeing him dive off the PA monitor the second day to like Pain of Truth or something like that. I think that was probably the most like, I was just like totally blown away that a 3-piece could sound like that and look like that. Like they look great on stage. So that blew my mind. I still think about that set often because it was such an iconic moment where I was like, this is how you sound mass. And Terena the following year. Terena really blew me away.
Good set.
Yep.
Good set. You got something?
I think bands that we played with that really surprised me would have been Nuff Said. They kick ass. And wasn't expecting to really dig them and keep listening after. And definitely a good band. And then also another band is Geigen.
Dude.
Yeah.
That band, like, I didn't listen to them before, really. Because when we played with them in Death Threat, didn't really check them out. And then playing with them for 2 nights, it was like, oh shit, these guys bring it.
Or like a 10-minute set that was
10-minute
just
set.
ridiculous.
It's
I think
just
that
breakdown.
they had 2 vocalists in Quebec City.
Yeah.
I think
They had a
was
member
like-
that had never played with them before.
Yeah,
just, like,
exactly.
jump on stage.
Yeah, that was dope. Then for shows that like I didn't play, just going to shows, I think I went to go see like Nothing. I want to say like fucking 2013 or so, and Always opened at Casa, and then they ended up being like the biggest Canadian indie band for a bit.
Hell
That
yeah,
was-
Always rocks. Man.
Yeah,
I
like
wish I
seeing
could've seen
them
that.
like on a small stage like that, and they blow up later on. Didn't even know who they were. That was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
For me, it was seeing Momentum open that crazy bill that was,
The Tsunami show?
yeah. Didn't know the band coming in.
He just jumped straight off the momentum.
They should.
The
Listen.
feathers have been ruffled, bro.
Listen. It was a good set. All right. I didn't know the band coming in. Didn't expect anything, but man, when they turned up, it was pretty wild.
It was a
Good.
big venue too, and it
Club
normally
Soda
sounds like shit.
sold out.
Yeah.
I would look at
1,000
them
people.
on a smaller stage.
Yeah.
That should be fun.
Every time I see a hardcore band on a big stage like that for the first time, I'm always like, shit, I wish I saw them at like a small bar.
Yeah.
But they sounded good though, right?
Oh yeah, it
even in
sounded
that,
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to sound good on a big stage like that.
I would say one that like I didn't expect at all. Oof. I had a good one. I would say the Sissy Boys is one that we played with.
Yeah.
I was excited, like I knew about them, but then when I saw them, I was like, oh, this is not at all what I expected. They got moshi stuff too, which is pretty dope. In terms of like bigger bands, damn, I think Terena's a good one. I would also say I saw Sabalba, and don't judge me, all right? For the first time, I saw them at Outbreak in 2022, and it was really scary. Like, I was scared, dude. And they, like, opened the day. And I like Zabalba. I've liked them for a very long time. But then getting to see them, I was like, oh, this is why they got so fucking big, is because they're actually a fucking scary band. And they sound good. I would say that. Also Combust.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love seeing Combust
I've seen them
live.
3 times now, and they're
Y-
fucking
That's
good.
the style, first of all, and then you got the great like killer guitar selection. Those guys got quite the collection of beautiful SGs.
Yep.
You know me, I'm a sucker for that Angus Young. Love that style. I get in trouble for it in this band.
Also, another band, C4,
Oh yeah.
Triple B.
When'd you see C4?
I saw them at Outbreak 2023.
Damn.
I had never heard of them. Like, I knew of them. They're a Boston hardcore band. They're crazy.
It's
That
like
was sick.
it's Burning Lord too. Also, it's like all the same members or something like that.
Is it?
I
I
think
don't know.
so.
C4
They
is
share-
a much better
all,
band
all
than
I know
Burning
is that
Lord.
they share the Instagram account, which I've never seen a hardcore band. Two hardcore bands share a single Instagram.
You have to
pretty-
specify what band you're talking
It's pretty
to.
impressive.
Speaking of
I'm
Holy
into
Blade,
it.
I thought I'd get Burning Lord and Holy Blade mixed up sometimes. Is Burning Lord a hardcore band?
I guess I'm pretty sure they're more like a Mind Force style, where it's like
Oh,
it's
thrashy
riff
crossover?
like riff heavy. But I'm sure somebody's gonna correct me afterwards.
We just put out an EP last Friday. It has been a week.
Yep.
Almost a week. Still standing. What's the label?
Unbeaten.
Unbeaten.
Shout out Unbeaten.
Say it together. So shout out Buddy. He's the best.
Yep.
Stigmata. Also the best. But yeah. Who wants to talk about the process?
Well, we recorded it ourselves. Well, technically you, Grayson.
What's good?
In the room we're sitting in.
Yeah, in our
Yeah.
jam space.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing considering it's done in a jam space and there's people playing next door and shit.
Literally. That just means
Above,
Nick plays
underneath.
extra hard.
Yeah.
I try.
And then mixed by Andy at
Bricktop.
Bricktop?
Yeah, Andy Nelson.
Yeah. Who mastered it?
Brad Boatwright at Audio Siege.
Yeah.
Same combo that did the Pain of Truth LP, and they did Rust, the Rust EP that just came out. Shout out Rust.
Rust.
Speaking of Rust, this weekend. you know,
Yep.
Fun times.
The boys.
But yeah, some of those songs are old.
Yeah, one of them is actually like I think it might have been like the first song we wrote all together.
All together, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's some that we wrote all together pre Nick joining us in the band.
Yeah.
And then there's 2, I think, that we wrote all together.
Yeah.
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 Which
Drag Me Down was like the last one.
yeah, and it really is like a tonal shift, which I thought was kind of cool. It's definitely like a growth album between the first one, which is solely written.
I feel like it sounds consistent though. Like it doesn't sound like songs from different eras, but there is like almost 2 years between some of the songs.
Yeah.
So you can't even tell it flows very well.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy about.
I am really happy with how it came out, considering it's been a long time sitting in the back pocket.
About
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah.
We recorded the music in May
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, last year.
And then vocals were in September, my bad. And no, everything got mixed and it was finished in September. I think I recorded vocals in like August.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then yeah, we waited like from November until January to have like
Well, we want
everything confirmed.
to make sure it was on a label and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm super excited. It's been cool, the response from everybody. Thanks for sending messages and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's your favorite song?
We know the truth. Yes, it's the first song that we wrote together when I came into the band, so holds a special place for me.
Nice. I think to listen to, it's probably Playing with Fire, and to play live, True to My Crew.
It's because of the verse riff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
a cool riff.
dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
It's a cool ass riff.
It is a pretty sweet riff.
It's
I'm
like
going to be
Hannah
honest.
Truth rip-off.
I think True to My Crew is like one of the most fun live ones too. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate that song, and it's fun to watch the homies, the crew, actually mosh for it when we played it at almost every time in Montreal. I feel like it's always the homies that pop off for it, so it feels really special to play it too.
Yeah.
I like Playing with Fire but only because like it was in a limbo time, so me and John wrote it. Like the whole song.
It's one riff.
It's literally one riff.
So
different
easy,
ways.
yeah.
With like different change ups and shit.
Not too many lyrics, kind of hard to forget.
Well, no, it's just, you know, you got the hate breed method. You know, Jamie Jasta created a system, and I don't want to break it. You know what I mean?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. If it works for hate breed. So yeah, I like the EP, but ready for new things, ready for new songs.
Yeah, we almost have an LP ready.
Yep.
Exciting. We're gonna try some of those new songs this weekend.
Hell yeah.
Some
Fun to
we
play.
might be singing. Who knows?
And more challenging, man. It's like it's getting
It feels
increasingly
totally
harder
different.
to play.
Yeah.
It's like a whole different beast. It's a lot of riffing, and it's a lot of, I don't know. I'm on to new things already. I love the EP, but it's really like there's some big things coming, and I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
I think people will be surprised when they hear the new songs. Like really surprised.
Mm-hmm. I think it's like a really good evolution. Like if you listen to the demo compared to the EP, it sounds very
Yeah,
different.
it's gonna be
It's
a
a different
night and day
band.
Both in
almost.
production
Yeah.
and songwriting, but
Yeah.
then also the LP, like the songs we've written, because some of them might go to other releases if some stuff happens. But like basically, I think it feels like just a natural progression. It feels good. Like from the EP to the LP tracks, it's like we've got the rhythm going, and it's like the formula.
Yeah, man. I think it, I don't know, pays homage to our influences
Yeah.
Yeah.
with
100%.
respect. You
There's
know,
some mad integrity shit in there though.
Sorry.
I wonder who did that.
Oopsies.
Oopsies.
yeah.
It's like hate breed, integrity,
Biohazard.
a lot of biohazard. Some mad
Trapped under
volumes,
ice.
some trapped
Yeah.
under ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trapped under ice. Basically, our early show is when? July 4th,
Yep.
Montreal. Thank you for that. We'll still hear it.
I'm sorry.
I'm not even taking it out. And then we have some cool shows coming up, so keep on the lookout for that. Yeah, just keep on the lookout. Keep spinning the LP or the EP. We'll have vinyls.
We'll have vinyls definitely at the record release show, July
And-
4th. We might have them before, but for sure
Yeah.
for the record release show.
And you can go on, there's a link on our bio. You can just go to if you want to do a pre-order. If you're not in Canada especially, you can get it for the merch now because the vinyls are getting pressed in the U.S.
Yes.
So you won't have to pay tariffs,
Yep.
which is great.
And it's a 12-inch, four-track 12-inch. All songs are on one side.
One side.
And you know what? 12 is better than 7.
That's what they say, right?
That's it.
I mean, the jury's out on that.
More record to own.
More plastic, more paper.
More material. You don't need a weird adapter to put it on your record player, you know? So win-win-win. What brought you to hardcore and what kept you here?
Oh, that's a good question.
Circle back.
What brought you to hardcore? What kept you here? You've been straight edge for like 20 years almost.
In June, it'll be 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's another part of it.
Okay, so what brought me to hardcore?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I was into like rap, then I got into like metal, punk, and then I met some friends through music, and they were like, hey, check out these bands, some hardcore bands. Like one of them was like Bane, for example, and one of those friends ended up bringing me to Lex, which was like a legendary Montreal venue. And we saw Bane for the first time, and I was like, damn, this is exactly what I've been missing. And then maybe like 2 years later, I got into straight edge. And why did I stay? It's my people.
It's your crew.
It's my people. I don't know. It's just like, yeah, I don't know.
John lives and breathes hardcore. That's all it is.
I guess so. Yeah.
He's John Hardcore.
Yeah.
Even the indie band couldn't stop him.
Well, even when I was playing indie rock for a few years, I still had a hardcore band on the side that was like, playing, seasonally.
What band was that?
Excess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Nick? You took a little hiatus. You're back.
Had to focus on school and a bunch of things. But what brought me into it initially is I came into it from metal and death metal, really liking that extreme stuff as a teenager. And then I think I was 15 or 16. Went to a Despise.com show that had Cryptopsy, Acacia Strain, and Trapped Under Ice on the bill. And came into it not knowing Trapped Under Ice or anything about them, or about hardcore, for that matter. And it was just a big surprise. I didn't know what I was hearing, what I was seeing, and then the whole crowd was insane. I remember as a little string bean, 16-year-old, seeing Thomas from Desecrate. He's just killing everybody in the pit, and I think gets pushed by a metalhead that clearly doesn't get what hardcore is. And I remember Thomas coming back to the guy and just going, "What? You think we're in an arena? You don't know where you're at." And he didn't do anything. He's a super sweet guy. Like, knowing him, like, he's so cool, and he's not, he could, but he's not gonna beat somebody's ass just like that. But tell you what, man, as a 16-year-old string bean, seeing that guy just with the, big eyes open, just intimidating, that's some scary shit. And I guess that's kind of that fear and anxiety that hardcore brought is what kept me into it.
You're in it for the fear?
Pretty much, man.
It's like blood sport. Do you have an answer now?
Yeah, probably. I'd say that it started when I had a group of friends that really roped me into it, and started a small local band, played my first live show, called ourselves a hardcore band, though we were clearly a little mistaken. I don't think it had any sort of direction, but we tried, and I think from there onwards enough people showed me the right way, listened to enough of the right tunes, saw some live bands for the first time that were like really eye-openers, and from there onwards it was just community, mosh, love the mosh, love stage dives, and seeing that kind of energy in a room, being able to supply that kind of energy to a room feels, I mean, it's like a stroke of the ego almost, but like it's pretty cool to see people just literally go ape shit because you're playing opens on some like $100 instrument that you bought because you wanted to play hardcore. So I don't know. I think that's, even watching new bands do it just reminds me that there's like a reason to be buying shitty instruments and making shitty music with your friends.
Dude, there's nothing cooler than seeing a band play its first show and it's like a bunch of kids.
And they were
like having everybody start just beating the shit out of each other.
Probably just because it doesn't even have to be good riffs, just because you're like, oh, it's a bunch of kids doing it.
Like when Rough Said played, that was like their first show when we saw them. And
they had the best, they were opening set and they had a better reaction than headliner.
In that we were the headliner.
I gotta say, coming back to my part is, I've played many different kinds of music over the years, like different genres, all that. And the feeling you get when the crowd is enjoying your hardcore set and trying to grab the mic and sing along to your band's lyrics is like nothing else that you can get from playing any other kind of music.
It's true.
You could be playing in front of 2,000 people in like an indie rock show, and people are, dancing around and like having a good time and stuff. It ain't nothing like 100 people in a bar killing each other and singing along. It's not the same feeling.
No phones in sight, just a good time.
Yeah, exactly. Like that is like, there's nothing better than that.
But if you don't photograph it, did it even happen?
Oh.
If somebody doesn't get 60.
This is why we have 6 or 8 fucking photographers at every show now. Love it, but there's a limit. There's a
Yeah,
limit.
there needs to be a cutoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, respect. People want to get involved. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just finding your spot. Hardcore is for everyone, but not anyone.
I do love that one. That's very valid.
I can't remember who said that.
Fuck.
It was from another podcast. But it's a good quote. I'll try to remember. Well, guys, we're reaching the finish line here. This has been fun for me. A little chaotic. You guys are quiet. This is weird.
It's
Go
getting
on.
late, and I think my 6.5 stout with coffee stout is catching up to
Are
me
you
now.
crossfading right now?
Definitely ready to go to bed, which is not the active ingredient in coffee. It's not the go to bed symptoms. It's definitely.
I thought we were
Okay.
gonna talk about the best breakdown in the world.
Oh, dude.
All right,
So
so
like best like
we're
hardcore-
reaching the
Just a
finish.
breakdown.
We're reaching the finish line. It doesn't have to be a hardcore. We'll end this thing with like 2 questions. We'll obviously get to beats and breakdowns, but let's try to keep it short. You don't have to explain. You can just, you know, put it out into the ether. The best hardcore or just the best breakdown. We don't have to keep it hardcore. What's the best breakdown? Nick, what's the best breakdown?
Tower of Snakes by
fuck
AT
you,
Visions.
dude. I was just about to say that. Really? Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That's
I didn't
the
expect that. 'Cause, man, and then going into man, it's just I don't know. Just hearing that shit, and it's crazy because it's not even that hard of a song.
No,
It is
like-
pretty hard.
No, like the song's like almost like a pop hardcore song, metalcore song, and then just the breakdown at the end is just the hardest thing that's I ever heard.
That shit
And it's
comes
beating
on.
my face in, like it's nuts.
It's crazy. Can't believe you were gonna say it.
What's the best hardcore? What's the best breakdown?
Well, now that's
Jay,
gone.
you still your answer?
Yeah. I'm just gonna say Integrity. They don't really have that many breakdowns, but it's just the best band.
I think you're
No,
supposed to say a
you
song.
have to pick a breakdown.
A
You
breakdown.
can't pick Integrity.
Okay, give me a sec. I know.
Integrity is the best
Ryan, what's the
breakdown.
best breakdown?
Oh, dude, I'm torn. It's between. I want to say. It's got to be TUI. TUI, probably Pleased to Meet You.
No. Yeah?
Maybe. I do really enjoy it, especially the.
This is why you need headphones.
If not,
What's it? Please to meet you.
Yeah. You shake
it's
my
groovy.
hand. Say please
Yeah,
don't
okay,
beat you.
That's like it's iconic, man.
Yeah.
And it's, if I'm gonna be honest, probably one of my first like hardcore albums, like heavier albums. Like I was into like a lot of the punk hardcore, but then hearing that one, I was like, whoa, this is like a totally different one. This is not the hardcore I've been listening to, and it was truly an eye opener. And then, I mean, now discovering some of the older TUI stuff, really big fan of that, like early 2000s, like early 2000s Anton, or I mean, TUI,
Yeah. Okay, so I got
pre-TUI.
pre-TUI.
I got my answer.
that was good.
It's the song Doomsayer by Hatebreed. That is probably the second best breakdown after the Team Visions breakdown.
I was gonna say a Hatebreed one as well.
Which one?
I just the chorus of I Will Be Heard. I just fucking love that fucking. Dun 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 dun.
Oh,
breakdown?
I'd say a close second is probably the Conceived Through an Act of Violence, the Hatebreed off the first album, man. That's
yeah.
that's a fucking break. I mean, that song's almost just entirely a breakdown, but
Yeah.
I'm a really big fan of that one too.
That's just
I'm gonna throw a curveball like out of left fucking field.
Okay.
So it's very nostalgic, and it's one of the reasons why I like heavy music at all, and it's unanswered from Suicide Silence. Whoa! Because it goes to the, it's like he does this like guttural, and it's like dun 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 ba dun for all the prayers that go unanswered. Dun dun.
Is this basically like our influence to start Drive-By?
I did.
It's like I like when I was writing the riffs for the drive-by stuff. I was like, yo, these drums you're writing are very Suicide Silence.
Oh, dude, that's like I think it wasn't it Alex
Lopez.
Alex Lopez was the OG drummer.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite. Like he's
like
probably,
what's the track that we have the third song on the demo where it's like ta 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 ta.
Oh, dun 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 it dun it, and it's just like I
I was like, that's straight up Suicide Silence.
And then it goes to like halftime, but still double kick.
Yeah.
I mean, Suicide Silence is still very influential.
That's a
think.
good.
But like only really the cleansing is what I.
Shout out the Garza podcast.
I'm trying to, dude.
That's grown on me.
Garza, I need him on. I've been listening to the Suicide Silence episodes that they do as full band. That shit is hilarious. That makes me want to do a Bruiserweight podcast like monthly.
I just I saw the episode where he interviewed fucking Chris Barnes.
Yeah.
Dude, that was like one of the best metal podcast episodes I've ever seen in my life. Insane.
He's doing some sick shit. Dude, there's some like really, really emotional stuff on that podcast too. Like they got into one about Mitch.
Yeah.
Where it was like people, I can't remember which one they did, but he was like crying basically. Even though he kind of always looks like he's about to cry. But I think that's just him being Garza.
Yeah.
I love how he goes from like he covers every genre.
Yeah.
Yes.
From freaking Dying Fetus to Animals as Leaders.
And he had like Peeling Flesh on.
Sick.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's similar to Dying Fetus, but.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, this is it. This is the final question. We're just gonna say what's favorite city for Beans and Breakdowns. We'll start with you. We'll start with Ryan. He's the most beanie boy.
Breakdowns have to be breakdowns I've seen or I've listened to.
I mean, you can be like, I mean, there's no like set rules for this, you know.
Beans. I'm gonna say that it's probably either Montreal. Yeah, it's gonna be Montreal. Montreal, we've been blessed with like really cool stuff. There's like great cafes on every corner. Enjoy it. And I'm a sucker for pastries, and it's Pastry City. It's everywhere you go.
They're okay.
And then for breakdowns, I'm probably gonna go with New York. I'm a big fan of the New York hardcore. So.
Sure. Yo, for me, for hardcore music, it's gotta be Cleveland because I love Integrity and Ringworm. You all know that. And for beans, it's, anywhere in America where there's Dunkin' Donuts that I could stop by and get my vanilla and my sugar in that.
Damn.
In that. What?
That's crazy.
Yo,
There's no snacks at a Dunkin' though.
It's just Dunkin'. It's
Nothing.
all stale.
Whatever.
He just goes whatever.
Brooklyn for Beans. What's the name of that spot?
Which one?
Spanish word.
La Cabra?
No, you recommended it to me.
Say?
Starts with D, I think.
Devoción.
Devoción.
Yeah.
For Beans. So Brooklyn. That's where it is, right?
Yeah.
And breakdowns, I'm going to go Philadelphia. This is hardcore, baby. Scariest.
This is hardcore. Okay, well, Bruiser Boys.
Yep.
Ryan, John, Nick. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you
I'll
for
see you guys this weekend.
Thank you for making tasty coffee.
You're welcome. I'm gonna be up for 6 hours now. Drink a full cup. Well, love y'all. Peace. Thanks for listening to this episode of Beans and Breakdowns. I want to say a huge thanks to the guys, my boys in Bruiserweight, for hanging out on this episode. Be sure to check out the EP Still Standing, available on all listening platforms. If you've enjoyed the podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. You can find out more information about the podcast by following us on Instagram at Beans and Breakdowns or on the web at beansandbreakdowns.com. Until next week, be sure to stay caffeinated and wake the fuck up.